Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guest, man.
Today, we have the undefeated phenom, the youngest man on the UFC roster, the Punisher, Mokaev. Mohammed, how are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's going well. Training, home, just as usual.
I love it, Mohammed. I love it. Mohammed, obviously you're over in Abu Dhabi at the moment at the IMMAFs. What is it like to be at the IMMAFs as a spectator or as a coach as opposed to actually competing at it?
To be honest, I really want to compete here. It's like amazing. Especially the camera. Like I look the camera crew today. It's like UFC level. And good competitive, good challenges, like stronger challenges every year. There's stronger challenges. So I really want to challenge myself again. But now I'm on different level. Like I'm professional, and I have to follow this. But this looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Mohammed, obviously, IMMAFs was a massive part of your amateur career. How important was IMMAF to your career, and how much did it help you improve? I think you've won 4 IMMAF competitions, which is more than anyone has ever won.
Yeah. Now I go to, for example, professional events. Now I don't feel like any pressure. I know today's media day. Today's in my head. I worked out times. I work out, for example, different country, different times. I've been fighting in Australia, fighting in Bahrain, in Europe, so in Italy. So I've been all over the world, so with IMMAFs. So now, for example, if UFC give me a fight in Australia, I know how to deal with it. That's smallest example. Never mind different hotels and many guys I see at IMMAFs now that never competed. What I see, for example, they really guys nervous and first time, especially I look at some England team, for example, some of the guys never mind competing international MMA. They never competed in any other sports, So how the guys and some guys want to go to professional is you can be really good, but you're gonna burn out by seeing everything, seeing other teams. Some people get afraid of this. Some people get motivated by this, but. I think traveling a lot helps mentally, I think.
And for you over there, are you a bit of a celebrity over there? Are people stopping you, asking to get photos with you? Did you bring the medals with you?
No, I'm not handing photo, bro.
We bring the medals.
If I won 4 gold medals, I'd never stop wearing them.
If you belt may be different, but for now, of course, a lot of younger generation. I aspire a lot of younger generation, and I really like this. And to be honest, I see many guys coming up to me, and this make me even more calm down because I know now every step what I do is people follow. So I don't want to be bad example for the especially younger guys. So now in UFC, even more people gonna tune and watch me gonna watch me. So I have to really stay awake.
Yeah. Mohammed, how important is it to build up a big reputation in the amateur scene and then use that leverage going into the professional scene?
So I'm signed with UFC 5, right? I could have signed even 2, I could be in UFC with even without professional record if I want to. I've been offered, So the thing is, I saved all my health, crazy weight cuts, and I built my name in IMMAFs without big weight cuts and without fighting in organizations where people don't get doping tests. Here in IMMAF, people get tested. Some people get banned. So I like this. I saved my health, and I built my name same time. Instead of doing 15-0, maybe against somebody not good, just build up the record by fighting nobody or fighting dangerous guys, and then when your time come to UFC, your health is not ready. You're already done.
Yeah,
Sounds like
Ross,
you really thought about it.
yeah, Ross. Like in the build up to the IMMAF just now, Mohammed, we had a few we had a few fighters from the Irish team. So like shout out to the Irish team. But also you were actually one of your coaches is Irish as well, John Boy. John Boy, shout out to John Boy as well. He actually sent us out these masks, John Boy masks as well. Beautiful masks. Like John, Mohammed, how did you get in contact with John Boy, and how important is he to your career right now?
Yeah, so I was over in Tiger Muay Thai. We're training together, like PT Young. He coaches like many guys, and he doesn't like pick up every fighter. You know, he sees who is real deal. You know, so but
Yeah.
working with them. But if he takes you on board, he will look after you. You know, he's always stay in touch. Always like he's gonna corner me in UFC London also, and he's gonna be in the corner. So he's gonna come over to Bahrain like in a couple of weeks. And you know he's a great guy. Especially like you know like this is a good example. You know like Ireland and Dagestan, there's something going on, but this is a great example to show that there's nothing personal. You know.
No, absolutely. I think it's very easy to, take one iconic MMA rivalry and say those countries don't like each other. But I think, Irish people are very welcoming, as are Dagestani people. I think I saw a video last week of Khabib's dad was inviting Conor over to Dagestan, obviously before he passed. So, I feel like that relationship isn't broken just yet. And look, you and John Boy are going to have a very successful career together. The best staying with the best. And also, I find it very interesting. Like you'll be in a different weight class to Piotr Jan, so he won't have that ever that issue of having the two of you fight each other. One last thing I wanted to touch on the IMMAFs. Did you get to see anyone from Ireland compete today?
From Ireland, not really. I didn't. I'm gonna watch tomorrow. Is like, I watch like a couple of guys. Today is my friend Murad Gusenov won. If you've seen by choke, maybe like in 10 seconds, I think, in first round against Sweden. If you've seen it, I think IMMAF posted it. But
I had four cages up on my screen at the one time, trying to follow them all.
Yeah, so I watch from like a Bahraini team fought as well. Also I watch Ryo Yamaguchi, Japanese guy, my ex-opponent. There's two my ex-opponents won today, one from Finland, and they're both fighting at 65 kilograms. So I watch these guys, and then I went back to a hotel to train.
Well, if there is one person from Ireland to look out for, I think you should look out for the name Max Lally. He won gold medal at the cadets. Now he's on juniors, and he won today by second round rear naked choke, but he totally dominated the guy. He's on the IMMAF Instagram feed, so look out for him. He looks really good. He's building up a massive reputation on the amateur scene like you did yourself. He's only 18 years old. Nice.
I will look out. Of course, Ireland always has like a good grappling and stuff. So if guys stick in the head without partying, you're gonna go far, you know.
Yeah. Mohammed, also like you're a serial winner, and we were asked by the UFC to have on like the next guys that are going to cause a massive wave in the UFC, and myself and Ross sat down and we said Mohammed is the guy to get on. Like you've won 4 golds in the IMMAFs. What can you say to the people tuning in now that are competing, looking to win gold this week at the IMMAFs? What can you say to them to let them know what they need to do to really push it to the next level and become a champion?
I think you have to stay like mentally, like really know this is your chance. This is something once a year, right? This is once a year. You do this, and then you have like 2 months, 1 month maybe off. You know, just get this in mind. But now you have to just put all the energy. You know, it's for me it was hard. For me it was hard too. You know, every day I used to wake up and I was like broken in pieces every morning. And I was getting up slowly, like stretch slow, go to like cold shower, start waking up. It was really hard for me, but that's why you know when you get this title, that's why people should respect this. This is not easy. This is even the guy who even they lose doesn't matter. It's like a big experience. It's huge experience, to be honest. It's bigger experience than having maybe 6 fights in like local UK shows. I'm serious about this. I'm serious. Just even like maybe have 2 fight, but if you lose or win, don't matter. It's tougher than fighting 6 guys in UK scene, just like guys who sometimes train, sometimes don't train. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to win, I think is try to not get injured. Also, smart fight. Not
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
smart fight.
One thing I would say, Mohammed, do you think IMMAF is actually harder because you don't know who you're fighting next until you show up here, as opposed to if you're fighting on the local regional scene, you know who you're fighting and you can actually prepare for them. Whether some people obviously deep dive into their opponent and study and decide how they're going to come up against their game plan, but here all you can do is present the best version of yourself to win.
I would say every country, every different style, right? In UK, like I can fight now every day, basically every day. I know, for example, UK style, what their style is. Everybody will like, I would just take everybody down. If I fight somebody from Russia, I would strike with them. I would strike with them. Use my something that UK taught me. Really good. But every country is different, and that's why you have to travel a lot, fight, compete with different people. Like Russian style, for example. I'm saying this because I train with many Russian guys. They're more like hold down, tight, strong, very good, pressure. But for example, UK style is more moving positions, like changing positions, ground and pound, moving, easy to escape, even if you're on the ground. But if Russian guy take you down, it's dangerous. So I would say every country is different. That's why you don't know who you're facing.
It's amazing how experienced you are at such a young age, Mohammed, as well. We were watching you on Brave. Like obviously you fought against Glenn McVeigh and you fought against Blaine O'Driscoll, and then once you signed the contract with UFC, we were like, he's ready to rock already.
Yeah, I do think when you sign for the UFC, and quite similarly to when Jake Hadley also signed for the UFC, obviously you're not in the top 15 yet, but like you're actually, in my opinion, skill wise, you're right up there already. I look at people like yourselves and be like, with the flyweight division, I feel like you could fight anyone in that top 5 and you'd be right at home in there. You've been absolutely flawless in your career so far. How do you feel? Do you feel like you'll be a fast ascent to the title in the UFC, or are you going to take your time with opponents?
I believe. Listen, to make a history, you have to make a risk. Risk is like people say, you're young, don't take fight against. For example, my next opponent is 30 years old. Don't take fight against older guys. I've been training with older guys since I'm 15. So my Blaine O'Driscoll is 29 years old. So I don't see this difference. 29 years old. Like I remember I competed in Oceanic senior IMMAF championships, and a big guy like 28 years old. He's actually fighting in IMMAFs now. He came like second in the World Cup, so he's a tough guy as well. So I think I make fast finish in this fight in UFC London, and then UFC will push me for the top 15. And I believe like top 15, nothing skill wise, everybody's same. It's performance wise. You have to be different to these guys.
And I know Mohammed, you say you have to take the risks, Mohammed. Sorry, Barry, but John Jones became UFC light heavyweight champion at the age of 23. You're 21. Are you looking to break that record?
Possible. I believe it's possible because I had 6 fights in Brave against not easy opponents also, and I mean like age experience. Like skill wise, I know a bit many like featherweight guys. I know who are fighting in UFC right now. I can't do whatever. Like I go fight them and I know I can beat them. Many featherweight guys, but like I don't even talk about bantamweight, flyweight. So and I believe I'm ready. I believe.
Yeah. Mohammed makes his UFC debut versus Cody Durden in the O2 Arena on Saturday, the 19th of March. And it is also live on UFC Fight Pass. And everyone is looking forward to seeing that, Mohammed. When the name Cody Durden came your way, what did you think?
To be honest, I called him out. I watched. about this Chinese guy, but I said let's do this. He didn't want to take fight at the first, like as I know, and then UFC told him, listen, if you don't, then you're going. Then he, yes, because it was hyped up fight already. Everybody was. I don't know if you've seen this on Twitter. Everybody want to fight.
Yeah.
Everybody want me to smash him. So, and this fight come up, and I was like, yes, let's go.
I think the phrase is say stupid things, win stupid prizes. And it sounds like Cody Durden is after winning the stupid prize by having to stand across from Mohamed Mokaev.
Yeah,
That's where we got these glasses, Ross.
Exactly. Mohamed, what's it going to be like to fight under the UFC banner in London?
It's going to be amazing. To be honest, first time in my life I watch UFC. It's 2016. Norman Park fought against my friend Rustam Khabilov, who actually going to be my corner in UFC. He fought in UFC, remember? If you know.
Yeah, he's in Bellator now, wasn't he?
Yes, he beat George Masvidal as well. So he's like... Yes, that night I remember I was sat on like cheapest ticket up there watching him 2016. It was my like wrestling competition in the morning. Nighttime I went to watch UFC, and it was like amazing. I said I'm gonna be here one day, and I'm on the UFC card, and I believed it. Amazing.
I think it, like depending on where you are on the card, like I'm sure you're gonna have loads of people coming in to watch it or even watch it live. But also at the beginning when you do the splits as well, that's going to be the most captivating thing for the quote unquote casual fan to be like, whoa, what is this guy doing? That's like, yeah, I have a feeling you're going to get that Paddy Pimlet just boom rocket ship like straight away after the fight as well. If anyone disagrees, let us know in the comments, and Mohamed will be after you.
Yeah.
And Mohamed, are you going to wear the hat as well?
No, to be honest, if you not realize, I have stopped like maybe worrying. To be honest, I did work since 2012. If you watch my like jiu-jitsu competitions, like grappling, wrestling, I used to wear this in 2012. Like even people didn't know, like didn't even know about Habib much, But now he's become popular, and people say, "Listen, you copy and all this." I said, "Okay, listen." That time. It wasn't for copying. That time nobody knew about Dagestan, 2012 till 2018 maybe nobody knew it about it, So I wanted like war in UK, and I was worrying it when I was young, and then he become popular, and then looks like I'm copying, but yeah. So
don't worry, we'll give you a pair of these glasses, and you can wear the glasses after the fight.
Yeah,
No,
I'm one of the John Boy masks as well. Like we have a few of them here as well. Mohamed, it's 7 weeks now in the build up to UFC London. When does your fight camp start, or do you just stay in camp?
I'm in camp. Like I came to Abu Dhabi World Championships 11 o'clock. There's fights, guys fighting. Like I train 7 o'clock in the morning. I train. I eat. I go to arena watch. Now I just finished training. Sleep again like this. I'm in Bahrain, only like 45 minutes away, so I'm gonna go back to Bahrain, carry on with my training. It's no camp, same training. Just what change for? Why should I experiment something? If I never did, there's always training.
Yeah, you obviously love it. We can't let you go as well, but without mentioning the UFC 270 that happened over the weekend, as Devin Figueiredo defeated Brandon Moreno by unanimous decision and is the champion again. What? Yeah, let's ask you about that. What are your thoughts on that fight? And like, how many fights away do you think you could be potentially like in a main event, headline in Old Trafford?
I think maybe end of the year. Maybe end of the year. Why not? Possible. Everything's possible. If I find March is good for me, March 19th is good because April we have a Ramadan, so 1 month I'm off, and then I'm back like August time, end of June, August time I'm back, and then 2 fights with big hype. I'm in UFC Manchester. So
yeah. I think you're literally about to get on a rocket ship, and like you won't be able to turn around.
Yeah, I definitely want to see Mohamed in the MEN arena as well. I think that's a must happen. Mohamed, Barry touched on it there. What did you think of the Figueiredo Moreno fight? What did you think of the fight in general? What did you think of the decision? And did either man actually impress you from a skill standpoint?
To be honest, like Moreno doesn't have wrestling. Like to be honest, he doesn't have wrestling. Like if he had wrestling, he could beat Figueiredo. Only one part he's missing is wrestling. I mean wrestling like strong, you know, like with control, with changing position. Example, me against Blaine O'Driscoll, or me against, if you watch, Abdul Hussein. Example, this kind of wrestling. And I think Moreno won, but there's knockdowns also. But to be champion, you have to be champion like really dominant way, you know. Not, I think Moreno won, but I think it's good for UFC. Maybe make 4 fight, could be good money, and that's it. I think.
Yeah, I can actually see yourself having a similar rise to the way Khamzat Chimaev had his rise. You come in, you're dominant, you keep on winning, and you're 3 or 4 fights into your career. And there's all these guys who've been in the UFC for 4 or 5 years, and the fans don't care. They want to see this guy fight for a title. I think, you know, after Leon Edwards fights Usman for the title, people want to see Chimaev fight the winner of that fight next. And I think 2 or 3 wins in the dominant style, the way you fight, people would be like, Muhammad Mokaev title shot now.
Yeah. If people push, if people vote for me, UFC will do it. That's how it works. And of course, I have to bring results on the table to Uncle Dana, you know. So
and
people behind me, that's what UFC needs, you know.
And speaking of wrestling, what did you make of Francis Ngannou's wrestling against Cyril Gane?
I was surprised, to be honest. I was surprised, and maybe because Kamaru Usman was like backstage with him, I think, and I was surprised, to be honest. I thought like he's not gonna wrestle, I think. But to be honest, 5 rounds for heavyweight is tough. Like, it's tough.
They're big boys.
Yeah. Have you met Francis Ngannou before?
No, but I think who can beat them both same night? I think it's Thomas Pinot.
We met him in New York. He walked by us and the sun disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an eclipse. Yeah, shout out to Tom Aspinall. He's taking on Volkov in the main event on the 19th of March in the O2 Arena as well in London.
By the way, we'll be there, Mohammed, as well, so we'll get to see you live in action.
Yeah, we cannot wait. We're going to the Cage Warriors on the Friday as well. Ross, we're here. We're going to be doing 2 parts. There's going to be another part exclusively on UFC Fight Pass with Mohammed. So we're going to wrap up this part. I'm going to make sure people are going to have to check out the second part on UFC Fight Pass before we wrap things up. Ross, anything else to say?
No, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to this channel. Make sure to leave a comment underneath and wish Mohammed best of luck in London. And then head over to UFC Fight Pass to check out the second part of this, where we have a bit of fun with the undefeated Phenom. So, guys, thanks a million. And as always, stay energized.
Stay energized.
Energized, show up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.